Did it ever happen to you that you just want to quickly check something on your phone and whoops, you spent the last couple of hours scrolling TikTok, YouTube Shorts and co? Well, years ago that was definitely me, but over the last couple of years I discovered many methods and tricks how I could actually really lower my screen time significantly. And that is why in this video I want to show you my top 6 apps that actually help me to reduce my screen time so that I'm less on my phone and actually spend more time in the real world. But wait, 1 second. Do you really want to watch this YouTube video right now? Or is there something else that you actually should do? Well, that is exactly what our first app, 1sec, does. It happens so often that we just want to quickly check something on our phone and whoops, I sucked in, spent hours and hours on end and checking this app, that app, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, not because we actually want to look up something, but just merely out of habit. And how 1sec actually works is that when you go into the app and set it all up, then you're actually choosing, for example, one app that you really want to use less in the future. And every time you now open this app, it is actually not blocked or so, but there comes this little screen where it says breathe in, breathe out. Do you really want to use this app or not? And this is actually a great way because it doesn't block anything, it doesn't hinder you per se, you're not restricted from using the app. You just ask, do you really want to use it? And oftentimes the answer is actually no, because I actually didn't know why I clicked on the app. Normally, I clicked on the app and would immediately be sucked in, for example, the TikTok algorithm. But now I'm always asked to take one deep breath. And after that, I clearly see that actually I didn't want to click on it. Okay, if you click off this video, I'ma kill this little tree right here. Okay, first of all, this neither is a real tree, nor would I ever do something to my little prep plan thingy here. But this is actually the promise of our second app, Forest. And this is really an OG of productivity apps that's out there in the app stores, which has been around for many, many years. And if you're a student, want to study or want to get some work done, then this app has the potential to become your best friend. Because one big problem when you actually want to start to study or to get some work done is that you're constantly grabbing your phone and phobbing and checking something and getting distracted. And it's so hard to actually just put that phone away and, for example, use the Pomodoro technique and actually just work for 25 minutes. And how the Forest app actually works is that when you sit down to study or work, you open the app and it will plant a seed. And then a countdown for example, 25 minutes will start. And once these 25 minutes are over, your seed will have grown into a real little tree on your phone that you can then collect in your little weird digital forest collection. You might ask, why the hell should this help me? Once you grab your phone and do something else and use another app or close the app, then this little tree will never experience what it's like to be a grown tree because it gets chopped down and killed. Do the work and not touch your phone and you will have a tree at the end. Grab your phone and do something else instead and this tree will be gone, which of course seems stupid because it's just a little virtual bunch of pixels that look like a tree, but this actually really motivates me to just sit down and not touch my phone, so you might give it a try. And this is actually a great method to use the Pomodoro principle because... Screentime apps? What? Come on, you can't tell me that this never happened to you. Although this might not be that big of a problem when you're not doing something important or just chilling on the couch, constantly getting useless notifications on your phone can really have the potential to distract you all the time and just destroy your focus. Of course, you could just deactivate all notifications whatsoever, but sometimes that is just not that practical because you might, for example, get an important text message or so. Once you open the app, you have actually the ability to set up 3 times a day where you want to get a batch of notifications. After that, you will then select all notifications you want to have in that batch. Those should be, for example, apps that are not that important to you. After that, you might clarify which apps you want to be notified about right away, like text messages and so on. And what will happen then is that once in the morning, once at noon, and once in the evening, you will get one batch of notifications with all notifications you would have normally gotten throughout the day. All the notifications that normally would distract you when you want to try to study, to work, to hang out with other people and just enjoy your time, or when you're sitting on the toilet. But now instead of getting distracted all the time, you will receive one big useful batch of notifications. And as I said, the important ones like text messages and so on will be sent right away. So this is really one of my favorite apps so far. And the Daywise app is actually only for Android, but in iOS in recent years, Apple actually introduced this feature natively. So on iOS, just go to your settings, to notifications, and then on schedule summary. Okay, I have a question for you. Where is it easier to focus? Here? Or rather here? Well, the same actually applies to your phone as well. This is why the next app is a minimal launcher. Because most phones and apps are designed to be as bright, as colorful, as shiny and distracting as possible to make you use the app so that you get sucked into it and use it for the most time possible. And also, when my phone is really cluttered full with apps, then this is like an invitation to actually spend some time on them. What you can do against this is to use a minimal launcher instead. On Android, you could for example use the O launcher, and on iOS, the blank spaces minimal launcher. These launchers will replace your normal home screen that is really bright, shiny and colorful, and will mostly replace it with a really black and white home screen with just your most important apps on it, the time and the feature to look for other apps. So no crazy animations and shiny icons that are just there to suck you in, but rather just the basics, so that you get your phone when you actually want to do something, that you get done what you actually intended to do, and then put your phone away. Alright, imagine that this is the key to your phone. Oh, that didn't sound good. Shit. Okay, the key is gone. This is what the next app promises to do. It's an app called Detox Log. What it basically does is the same as what I just showed you. When you really want to get something done and you know that you can't resist the temptation to actually use your phone, you can open the app and set a timer for how long you actually avoid using your phone, and the app will then lock your phone completely. And most people in the comments in the App Store, and me as well, have tried out everything to actually avoid this, but no way. I can't do anything on my phone once I press the timer. Even restarting the phone won't help, because once it restarts again, the app will automatically launch again, and you're just sitting there and waiting for the timer to end. So if you want to study for 2 hours, just set the timer to 2 hours, lock the phone, and there is no way whatsoever that you can actually use the phone. Okay, if you made it this far, then your case is really serious, and it's time to bring out the big guns. Google Family Link. If you want to generally restrict your phone usage and you know you can't trust yourself and that you will deactivate all of these stupid apps that I showed you so far anyway, and that you just want something that really hinders you from using your phone, or from overusing your phone rather, Google Family Link is really your friend. This app, as the name says, is actually designed for parents that want to restrict or control the screen time of their children. And in order for this method to work, you actually want to find someone else that is like your screen time limiting parent in this scenario. And what you have to do is that you got to set up the app on both devices, on your device and on the device of your friend, for example. In the app, you have to set it up like you're the child and your friend is the parent. And then you have the possibility to actually set, for example, a specific app limit or an overall screen time usage limit on your device. And the crazy thing is that once you activate this, there's basically nothing at all that you can do against this. For example, when you set the daily limit for screen time to 1 hour a day, there is nothing in the whole world you can do against this, unless your parent, the other one with the permission, does actually deactivate this limit or increase the limit for the day. Because when you try to do otherwise and to somehow delete the app or reset the phone, then basically the app will lock your phone totally. It will delete all the data, and you can actually guess 3 times who in this room had to learn it the hard way, because I wanted to prepare to show you this app for another video that I made previously, and I somehow effed it up, and yeah, all was gone. The other video where I actually wanted to show you this app was this video right here. How I created a modern dumb phone, where I tried to modify my actual smartphone to make it more look and feel like a phone from the early 2000s, like the old Nokia devices, so that the phone actually was a tool to me and so that I wasn't a tool for the phone anymore. And it actually worked really well and made me use my phone way less. So you might want to try it out and click on this video right here if you want to know how you can do this too. Besides that, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.